this is going to be the most easiest and the fastest method on the internet to generate cinematic AI films. I know this is a bold claim, but in this video, I'm gonna prove it to you. And not just the fastest, but this is the most efficient way to keep your character consistent and get the shot from the multiple different angles. Because I have the secret prompt formula. And the best part, we are only gonna use the free AI tools. So I'm very excited. Let's dive in. So we're going to use Nano Banana Pro, and there are a couple of ways to use it for free. Like you can use this on the LM Arena, you can use this on the EaseMate AI, you can use this on the Dreamina AI, and I have already covered a detailed video on this topic, so make sure to watch that. And a special thanks to Underwood for sharing this awesome prompt with us, where you just upload a single image and it generates the multiple different angles, multiple different shots based on that single image, which is awesome. And this prompt is very lengthy, but this prompt only works for a single image. But what if we want to generate a complete story scene by scene? For example, in this case, I have this complete story in the ChatGPT. I give it a prompt, give me a story of a Viking person. It should be revolving around a single person. So I just modified that prompt that will work for every single scene. So for example, I want to generate the images for the first scene. So you can see in the first scene, we have the only single character, which is Eric. So I have generated the image of Eric, and I have also mentioned on the image that this is the character Eric. So I'll simply upload the image of our character, and to give it a context, I'm going to copy the story from the first scene, and I have to place this at the beginning of the prompt before the instructions. So always remember to place the story at the beginning of the prompt before the instructions, otherwise it's not gonna work. Now let's hit generate and let's see what that gives us. And there we go. Now we have 9 different images from different angles continuing the same story. So the story was that it returns his hometown, and the first image clearly shows that he returns his village, and then he noticed that his village has been destroyed. He looks sad, he's exploring his village and looking sad. And instead of generating multiple different images, we have all of these scenes, all of the images with just a single prompt. And we also have a diversity of shot. We have the low angle shot, we have the high angle shot, we have the close-ups, we have wide angle shots. So there's a variety of shots that you can play around with. And here's a pro tip, that instead of relying on the single generation, make sure to run your prompt multiple different times. So if there is something that is not working in the first generation, you will definitely find the better shot in the second. So in that case, you will have plenty of images and you can choose the best ones. Now you might be thinking that this is in a grid form, and what if we crop the images? This will lose the quality. Definitely it will, but don't worry about that. I also have a solution for this that I'm gonna share later in the video. But first of all, let's continue the story. So in the second scene, the story says that he walks through the empty village, and each location triggers a flashback of his memory. So in this case, we have 3 different characters: his father's memory, his brothers, and his wife. So in this case, we need to generate 3 different characters. Like I already mentioned, that it's better to name all of the characters. Otherwise, you will see some horrible results that you don't want. Now in this case, we're gonna break it down and we're gonna generate the scenes only for his father first. So I'll simply copy this, and again, make sure to make the changes before the instructions part, because otherwise it's not gonna work. And this time I'm not uploading his father image, just to show you that if you don't upload the image, how the results will be. So here are the results where he enters the room and he gets the flashback of his father. But you can see the AI triggered himself as his father. Because we haven't provided any image of his father, so AI was confused, so it generated himself as his father. But then I uploaded the image of his father and mentioned that this is his father. And I also mentioned on the image that Eric's father, and here are the results. So it's important to mention on the images which character it is. So in this case, I haven't mentioned that this is the Eric's father, and I uploaded both of these images. As you can see in the prompt section, I uploaded both of these images, but the AI was confused, and you can see we have the Eric father, but not the Eric in the same concept. So that is why this is important to mention. Now next we need to generate the images for his brother. So again, I'm gonna copy this, and I will only replace this part in the prompt and hit generate. And there we go. Now we have the images of his brother. He has the flashback memories of his brother where he's looking sad and remembering his brother. And as I already mentioned, it's better to generate more than one generation, because in the next scene you can see we have better understanding. So you can combine the best images from both of these generations and you will have better results. And same goes with his wife images, where he has the flashback memories of his wife, where he made the promise with his wife that he will return. And we have multiple different shots, and the characters are super consistent. So in the same way, you can continue your story as long as you want. Now let's talk about improving the image quality, because when you will download this, you will have very low quality results. So you can simply crop the image, and if you have any text on the image, you can again head over to the Nano Banana and you can give it a simple prompt, remove the text and enhance the image, and you will have the same image but with much more details. And here we have a detailed image in front of us. Now for the video generation, we're going to use Grok AI, because this is a free AI tool. Now to use this, just head head over to the imagine option and simply upload your image. And the best thing about the Grok AI is that it generates the images with the sound effects, so you can expect the VO3 level of results. Well, you can also notice that we have the background music in it. So to remove this, add no music in your prompt and here are the results. And why this is important? Because this will allow you to add your own background music in it. Now you can repeat the same process with every single clip. And before showing you the final output, if you like this workflow, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like button and enjoy the output.